The thing that first got me into biking was just when I was little, I would always have a bike and always just liked I've always liked riding a bike. It's always been fun and keeps me entertained, and I just always liked it. And then something else that I liked that got me into biking was my junior year in high school. I took a bike repair class, and I got to learn how to repair, and I also got out and rode bikes a little bit. I like just being able to just go anywhere you want to go on two wheels, and you don't have to pay for any kind of gas. The only fuel you need is feeding yourself, drinking water. People are gonna start using a bike to get around than a car because they're gonna realize, whoa, I can spend like $50 a year riding my bike around instead of like a couple $1,000 driving my car around. There's a lot of kids on the bike from a bunch of different schools. I usually compete against Gabe. He's probably we're like the same level of biking skills and speed. We're always right next to each other, always trying to pass one another. He's probably a little bit faster than I am. He has he's really good at sprinting compared to me. But he also has more technical skills down than I do. I've discovered that when you're riding a bike, you're supposed to spin your feet a lot, not just push pedals. It's affected me a lot. Before, I couldn't even make it up a hill. Now, I can make it up a hill like if it was flat land. And I lost a lot of weight with doing it. Biking makes me feel really good. It clears out my mind. It makes me feel like makes me feel like I'm not being lazy, actually doing something. Just like, it's a pastime, it's a hobby, it's also a lifestyle. Like coaches on the team and my principal have inspired me a lot. They motivate me to go out riding and just stay on a bike, because biking is something I can do for the rest of my life. I've inspired my brothers to go out riding, my cousins. I've also inspired some of my friends. Before they would think, oh, biking is just whatever, but now they realize, whoa, biking's like a whole community. It's a lot more than just getting on a bike. It's a all-around good thing. My family is very supportive about it. They always take me to practice. There's some times where they can't make it, so I won't be able to go to practice. But for the most part, they always try to make it so I can go. They're always behind me, cheering, making sure that I stay on track with what I'm supposed to be doing.
Are you your first generation bike rider?
I'm a first generation bike rider. Everybody else in my family never really thought of biking as a hobby. Like before I got into biking, I would just sit down, play video games, and do nothing all day. But now, I'll go out into the garage, work on one of my bikes, fix it, and then just go on a ride, or just go out and do something with my bikes. I view myself as a better person now. I want to someday incorporate biking into the way I get paid. Maybe not by sport, but by some kind of bike designer. Maybe design frames or something. I see it as more of a hobby. I might not maybe do a couple races, but I want to get into more of a hobby in biking, and maybe work for a big bike company and design bikes that people use for everyday use or recreational use. Biking is a really fun thing. Most people don't see that, but it's an amazing sport. You meet a lot of people. Most of the riders are really friendly. Like, there's some people that'll give you a piece of their bike just so you can go out and ride. It's like, there's times where people would take off their own wheel and let somebody else borrow it just so they can have a turn. Heck yeah, I encourage people to bike. it's a really fun thing. You may not see it as a fun thing because you're out doing exercise, but it really is. It changes your mindset a lot. It makes you feel more relaxed. And then after your ride, you feel great. You feel just like, I just did some exercise. You feel really good after. I feel pretty good on myself when I'm biking because, I can actually go out and climb a hill. I can pretty much do whatever I want. I'm still kind of sketchy on downhills, but I feel pretty proud of myself. Compared to my friend, he can barely ride a bike. He fell riding my other bike. It was pretty funny.